Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Speech Collective podcast. My name is David Rosen, and today I'm delighted to introduce a truly visionary guest, Baran Süzer. As vice chairman of the Suzer Group, Baran has guided iconic ventures including the Ritz-Carlton in Istanbul, Kent Bank in Croatia, and world-renowned hotel brands such as Moxy Wynwood in Miami, and even brought Nobu to Istanbul. But Baran's achievements extend far beyond business growth. In 2009, he was named Best Second Generation Businessman, and just 2 years later, Forbes Turkey recognized him among the 25 most successful businessmen under 35. His influence in hospitality was on full display during a WEFA final in Istanbul, when he hosted a star-studded Ritz-Carlton event attended by global icons like Francesco Toni, Sergio Aguero, and Valerie Kaufman, an evening that reinforced Istanbul's place on the global stage. Most recently, Baran was honored as International Hotel Developer of the Year at the prestigious RED Awards Florida 2025, cementing his reputation as one of the leading voices in global hospitality and development. Baran, welcome to the Speech Collective. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with us. I know that it's late in Istanbul, so thank you for taking the time.
No problem. No problem. Thank you. Thanks for the introduction. It's now like 10:15, but it's a good time to speak for me.
Thank you so much. To start, can you share a little bit about your background, your childhood, your college years, and what led you to your current role in business?
Okay, so my high school time, I was in Istanbul. I graduated from Turkish high school in Istanbul, and 18 years old, I joined to a college in Boston. It's called Dean College, a junior college or Boston College, because I applied late I was gonna go to LA, and then my father, he told me I should go to a cold place. So last minute I changed to Boston to be able to study more. And then 1 year after, I went to London Richmond University, and then graduated from there school. But as business, since I know myself, like 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old, anytime, I was always in my father's office, always like he was making me and my brother to attend the meetings. So even though I joined I was in the college in US and also London, all the classes, all the business classes I was seeing, I already had knowledge about business and everything. And so the education for business, it started very early ages.
Wow. So, when did your speech journey begin, and what inspired your parents to pursue it at a time when it wasn't as common as it is today?
Actually, I don't remember much, but I think like 6, 7 years old, something, or 8 years old, I started to cannot speak properly. And then they waited. Maybe I will get cured by nature or something, and then I will start to speak better again. But I couldn't. And then we had some therapies. We did also acupuncture, some other to solve the problem. We did so many treatments, but especially with psychologists, when we did speech therapies, they realized that it's not my nature. So they told me it's easy for you to solve this problem. So I was reading books, I was doing speech therapies, and then making presentations and everything. And every time I was getting better and better. It took until my age of, I think, 20, 22, 23 maybe, until I go to army. And then in the army, I solved it. But every year was better and better and better. And then in the army, I forgot about this. So it passed away. But it was really struggling years that I was I was very suffering, even in the exams, in the oral exams in the school or in the class. I knew, I knew the answer in the math class. Like, for example, but I was like sarcastic. So I was uh, turning my friend, and I was telling my friend the right answer, and they were telling my teacher that right answer, and they were getting benefit out of it. So I was like, I know the answer. I am the smart. I'm the smart guy in the class, but I cannot speak and I cannot tell right answer because I'm shy. And then I developed some other skills in those times. I was the best football player, like soccer player, and I was doing swimming, water polo. So while I cannot speak as much as I want, and I cannot introduce myself to my friends, to teachers, and everybody, so I, I started to develop my other skills like skiing, sports, uh, certain other things, so that I could gain my self confidence again. So, by but when we had the therapists and uh, they gave me speech therapies and everything, I was feeling better, and day by day, I was getting better. And then, as I told you before, like the age of 22, 23, it was gone.
Wow. So, as you entered your career, how did those communication skills translate into opportunities in business and leadership?
Communication skills, uh, mostly, I was observing my father since young ages. I was observing how he speaks, how he how he reacts in the meetings and everybody, how he calls whom, and how he talks and everything. So he was kind of my mentor. So then, uh, age of 23, after I'm 24, we had some problems in the group. So very early age, 25 years old, I had to be under control of the group, all group. So I was under control of all the group because we had some problems. And then at that time, uh, everybody, everybody was telling me, "Oh, like, did you prepare for this speech? Like, how many hours you prepare for speech?" And I was telling them, "I didn't. I didn't. It's coming by nature." And so many times, sometimes still, if I give a speech, if I talk in a meeting or something, and then they ask me, "Auntie, did you work yesterday about this? It was a good speech and everything." Uh, of course, I think about it, like what to say, what to speak. But when you have so much knowledge and so much experience since your childhood about business and everything, it comes by nature. But of course, to practice, uh, it always helps. But I think my uh, my case is more observation.
So, I think you touched on a little bit on this, but in the early stages of your business journey, how did strong communication skills help with things like presentations, pitches, and networking?
Yeah, it helps a lot because it's uh, it points you are taking the attention in the room, or in the meeting, or in the event. And uh, mostly, if I do a meeting, if I or like an event and something, first I observe, and then I listen. Also, so many people uh, they don't know to listen, and because they have idea and they speak, but it can change if you listen to people. Your idea can change, or you can improve what you're gonna say. So waiting for the right time, not panic, and and then waiting the right moment. I can say that in the meetings, in the events, always at the end, I was getting the most attention. What I told, how I communicate and everything. Then I can say that like it's really good communication skill. It really helps for you networking. Everybody wants to meet you. They want to meet you after, and then they want to be close to you. So even if you don't take the contact, somehow they find you. So good communication skills, even the, let's say, short time, because sometimes you can speak only 1 minute, 2 minutes, and you stand up and somebody introduce you to somebody. So it's always nice that who introduced me and that person tells me, oh, like my friend, he liked you, he wants to meet you again, like he wants your contact, and I give you your contact. So all period of my life, good communication skills always helped to do networking, to agree on the contracts, to sign the contracts and everything. It's everything connected.
Are there any techniques or habits from speech therapy that you still rely on when preparing for high-stakes meetings or client interactions?
Yeah, I think it's the most important to, as they told me before, and I was practicing also, to breathe and not stress and wait for the moment and not rush. And also I was speaking so fast, even though I passed it in the past, but I was speaking so fast. And still sometimes I'm trying to calm down, because sometimes I go la 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 and boom, and then I have to slow down. So slowing down, breathing well, and waiting, and also listening. In those therapies, they also teach me that I have to listen, which was very important. And I still see sometimes in meetings, I see people, they have an idea and then they just want to impose that idea, and they don't even listen. And then when I listen, and when I care for what they see, what they say in the for the other people in the room, then they respect you more also. And then you can speak. Always there is time to give your ideas, but many times my ideas slightly change after I listen to people. So I can tell that I learned how to listen and also wait, relax, and also be patient, and then talk at the right moment.
Beyond communication itself, do you feel that speech therapy gave you transferable strengths like resilience, focus, or adaptability that shaped you as a leader?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Because I don't think I could achieve my goals with not having good communication skills. It really helps. It differentiates you from the others.
What advice would you give to young professionals about the role of communication in achieving long-term business success?
I can advise to observe the successful people. Observing the successful people, he or she can be in your family, or you can watch in TV, YouTube, something. But to be around them and then observing them, really the best idea. And also to have them always every kind of business, anything, even if you are a sport person, you have to work on it. So to take some lessons and doing like speech therapy, observing. Also, as I told before, to be able to listen, not rush, patience, less stress. It always helps. So my idea is to summarize, to take the classes, to speech therapy classes, observing, and then also taking some class to how to breathe good. It's the best investment for you is to invest on yourself.
Yes. So 2 more questions I have for you. Looking back at your younger self, what would you tell your younger self about the importance of investing in communication skills early in your life?
Uh, I had to start early because I had the problem of talking. I was kind of stammering, so I started early. And now I say that it's good that I started early, so that in my life it gave so much advantage to me. But uh, even if I didn't start early, I can advise to every business person or everybody to spend time on this. Other than that, I think I will, in the younger ages, I think I could also observe more. So observation and focusing on the successful people and watching them. Even like I tell you one thing, that one soccer player, like a famous soccer player, he told me that the problem of the young football players that they don't watch football. He told me that was interesting because if you're a football player, if you're a soccer player, why should you watch soccer like all the time? But it really is the same thing. It's the same idea. Like if you watch, if you observe, somehow your brain it takes it, and then unconsciously you are doing it. Unconsciously you are saying that. Unconsciously you are doing that movement, skills and everything. So I think I will spend more time with my father and more businessmen and more businessman friends in the younger ages. I think rather than going out that much, I will be spending more time with successful people.
So last question. Do you have any specific techniques from speech therapy that you still use today and that listeners might find helpful in their own lives?
I do. Uh, I'm trying to breathe from my diaphragm, and I'm trying to breathe also from my nose because I broke my nose 2 times in the past, so I have some problem with the nose, but I'm doing it. And I am also trying to slow down and also reading books out loud, and still uh, watching the successful businessmen and the people that unconsciously still, I think, giving me some skills and everything, and or I try to keep the same.
Baran, thank you so much for joining us. I think this was a very valuable episode for our listeners, and I thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, David.